Hi guys! We will continue our A1 German course, and today, as you can see, we are talking about question words. Was, wohin, wie, wo, woher. Just to name a few.
Huh?
Okay, so let's start with the topic. Our topic are the question words, or as we say in German sometimes, W-Fragen. W-Fragen are questions with a question word. Sometimes we can also call them Fragen mit Fragewort. Das Fragewort is literally the question word. The reason why it's called W-Fragen, so W questions, is because 99.9% of the German questions start with W. Like in almost every language, the question word is exchanged with the answer. Makes sense because we are asking for something, for an information, and in return, we will get, hopefully, the correct answer. So let's check out this example. Anna ist Bibliothekarin. Die Bibliothekarin is the librarian. Subject, verb, and object. If we want to know who is a librarian, we will say, wer ist Bibliothekarin? Who is? Correct answer, Anna. Or to make it even longer, Anna ist Bibliothekarin. Anna is librarian. So, who, wer. If we don't get the information of the object, we have the subject and the verb. So Anna is what? What is Anna? We have the typical what, was. What is was? Was ist Anna? Bibliothekarin. Or the longer version, Anna ist Bibliothekarin. Now we have the third one. The third one, you might think, okay, the only thing left is the verb. So maybe it is that we don't know the verb. But of course, this is not correct. We cannot say Anna, what librarian? Of course, this makes no sense. So this is not the question word for the verb or something, but it is wie. Wie means in English how. Wie heißt die Bibliothekarin? Sie heißt Anna. So again, we are asking for the subject, but in this case, we are asking, how is the librarian called? What's the name of the librarian? And the answer is again with the subject. Sie heißt Anna. She's called or she's named Anna. I want to give you another example for the how section. For example, wie ist das Bier? What does it mean? It means, how is the beer? And the answer, das Bier ist lecker. The beer is tasty, it's good. So in this case, the thing we don't know is tasty. So this is not a subject, it's not an object, it's an adjective. So how is a question that often requires a describing statement as answer. The example, wie heißt, is an exception because this is how we say, how are you named? Wie heißt du? Wie spät ist es? What time is it? Wie geht es dir? How are you? Those are exceptions. You have to learn them like patterns. There's nothing else to do. Wie spät ist es? How late is it? Meaning, what time is it? And how is it going for you? So, how are you? So, don't be confused. We can either ask for a special answer like name, time, state of health, stuff like that. But it can also mean that we need an adjective or a describing of what's going on. I can give you another one, another example. Wie funktioniert die App? Funktionieren, to function. So here we have again another kind of question with how. How does the app work? And then, of course, we can say the app works fine. We can say, of course, the app funktioniert gut. This would be if the person asking would ask for the current state of the app. But he can also ask for advice, for a description. How does it work? How do I use that? And then you can say, zuerst musst du dich anmelden, dann musst du die Fragen beantworten, anything. So how does the app work? First you have to log in, then you have to do this and that. So how is a little special? Keep those examples in mind and you will see it's not that hard. Okay, I gave you here the little summary of the first question words we learn. Wer, who, was, what, wie, how. Now we have an exercise. We have here a nice example. Was machst du? Ich lerne Deutsch. What do you do? I learn German. Please try to fill in the blanks. Keep in mind that sometimes 2 words are necessary. Okay, press pause and I'll see you in a second. Okay, let's check out the answers. Here we have Carlos. It's a person, so it's easy or safe to say, wer kauft Brot? Carlos kauft Brot. Who buys bread? Carlos buys bread. Heißen, to be named, to be called. And we know, aha, there's a special question we learned as a pattern with how is somebody named? Wie heißt der Professor? Heißt Herr Schmidt. Here we can see that the answer includes the beer. Of course, beer is a thing. We cannot say, how do you drink? I drink beer. Who drinks? Beer drinks. Everything is wrong, what I just said. The only option we have, what are you drinking? Or what do you drink? Was trinkst du? Ich trinke Bier. Now the next one, we have 2 informations left in the answer. We check them out. We have Kiko and Petra and Japan. First of all, we haven't learned yet how to say where, so a location. So we know this is not it. But even if you would have learned it, it wouldn't be possible because if we ask for where, it makes no sense because we have here the answer already in the question. So of course we have to focus on Kiko und Petra, 2 people. So the right question, wer wohnt in Japan? Kiko und Petra wohnen in Japan. And since we have this one here, I want you to keep in mind, wer is with a T, like he, she, it. But if you talk about many people as an answer, you need to change that. Keep this in mind. Next one. The only information we have is Jura, which is law. Of course, it's a thing, so we can say, was studiert ihr? And because it's you plural, the answer must be, wir studieren Jura. No other option. And the same here, we have 2 informations, wir and Deutsch. But in this case, we also check out the question and we have the information German already. So the only thing left is to focus on the wir. So it would be, wer lernt Deutsch? Who does learn German or who learns German? Wir lernen Deutsch. Second exercise, here we have a typical email and I want you to read it. We read it together. And to find as many questions using those question words that we have learned together. So let's read first. You can press pause and read after me if you want to practice your pronunciation. Liebe Sabine, wie geht es dir? Mir geht es gut. Ich wohne jetzt in Berlin. Peter und ich lernen zusammen Deutsch an der Sprachschule. Unsere Lehrerin heißt Frau Müller. Sie ist natürlich Deutsche. Peter studiert auch nebenbei Medizin. Das ist sehr schwierig, findest du nicht? Aber wir sind beide zufrieden. Bis bald. Liebe Grüße, José. Okay, the vocabulary, I kept it as simple as possible, of course. Try to find as many questions as you can. So don't think it's only 3. I can tell you it's at least 8 or 9 questions that are practically possible with only was, wer, and wie. The ones that I found, maybe you found even more, are here written on the right side. We will check them out together. Wie geht es José? How is José doing? This is the how question that we have to learn by heart. And the answer, mir geht es gut. So José is doing fine. If we want to answer, José geht es gut. Next one, wer wohnt in Berlin? José wohnt in Berlin. Wer lernt Deutsch? Peter und José, or Peter und ich, depends what perspective you're using, lernen Deutsch. Was lernen Peter und José? Peter und José lernen Deutsch. Later you will also learn how to say where and stuff like that, but this will be part 2. Wie heißt Ihre Lehrerin? Again, it is something to learn by heart because it's like a pattern. How is their teacher named? Answer. Die Lehrerin or ihre Lehrerin heißt Frau Müller. Now this sentence here, of course she's German. Sie ist natürlich Deutsche. We could say, what is she? If you didn't hear correctly, was ist sie? But this sounds a little weird because the what makes it like an object or an animal. It's objectifying something. So if someone talks to you and you don't understand him or her acoustically, and you say, what was she? What did you say? Then it's okay. But you should be careful using that. This is why I didn't write it here. Wer studiert nebenbei Medizin? Who studies also medicine? Nebenbei means on the side or while doing something else. Answer. Peter studiert auch nebenbei Medizin. Was studiert Peter? Er studiert Medizin. Wie ist das? How is that? Here we have a typical sentence, as I said before, asking for a state of the current situation. So we are describing something. Wie ist das? How is that? Das ist sehr schwierig. And the last one, wie sind sie? How are they? I put here a little star because it sounds a little strange. It's not totally strange, but it's a little short, so it makes the question a little rude and clumsy. It would be better to say, wie geht es ihnen? How are they feeling? How are they doing? And then we could say they are content. Sie sind zufrieden. The reason I gave you this also because it's not impossible to say it. For example, as I said before, wie ist das Bier? Or wie ist die Pizza? And the answer would be, das Bier ist gut. Die Pizza ist lecker. Stuff like that. But it's also objectifying what we're talking about, and it sounds a little strange. So this is better than this, but it's not impossible. This is part 1. On the next part, we will continue, and to be more specific, we will learn some new question words, which are direction or location oriented. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Like, follow, leave your feedback. I really like to read what you're thinking about the course. You can follow me on Instagram. I try to announce things or have a quiz once in a while. The more people follow, the more content, of course, I will create and launch. And I will see you very soon with part 2. Bye.